Okay, this is math, and this is how you add integers with different signs. Okay, so this is an example. Consider what happens when the addendums have different signs, like in temperature problem in the introduction. If it's negative 10 degrees and then the temperature rises 8 degrees, the new temperature is negative 10 plus 8. How can you calculate the new temperature? Using the number line below, you move forward to add just as before. Face and move in a positive direction. Right to add a positive number and move forward in a negative direction. Left to add a negative number. Okay, so there's the 0. And if you want to go to a positive number, you'll move right. If you want to go to a negative number, you'll move left. Okay, see if you can find a rule for adding numbers without using the same number line. Notice that when you add a positive integer and a negative integer, you move forward in the positive right direction to the first number, and then move forward in the negative left direction to add the integer. Since the distances overlap, the absolute value of the sum is the difference of their distances, so add to a positive number and a negative number. You subtract their absolute values from their distances, from 0. What is the sign of the sum? It's pretty easy to figure out if you move further to the right than you did to the left. You ended to the right of the 0, and the answer is positive, and if you move further to the left, the answer is negative. Let's look at the illustration below. Okay, and to determine the sign of the sum. So negative 1 plus 4 equals 3. Okay, so if it's negative 1 plus 4, it will be 4 plus negative 1, and so it will be 4 is a positive number, and so you're subtracting 1 from it, so it would be 3. Okay, so face left, move forward negative 1 times. Face right, move forward 4. Okay, you didn't have this number line to refer to. You can find the sum of negative 1 plus 4 by subtracting the distances from 0. The absolute value for negative 1 equals 3, and then applying the sign of the furthest from 0, the largest absolute value, in this case 4 is further from 0 than negative 1, so the answer is positive. Negative 1 plus 4 equals 3. Look at the illustration below. Alright. Okay. If you didn't have the number line to refer to, you can find the sum of negative 3 plus 2. By subtracting the distances from 0, the absolute value is 3 negative 3 equals 1. And then applying the sign of the furthest from 0, the largest absolute value, in this case, negative 3, less than 2. So the answer is negative 3 plus 2 equals 1. To add two numbers with different signs, one positive and one negative, find the difference of their absolute values. Give the sum of the same sign as the number with the greater absolute value. Note that when you find the difference of the absolute values, you will always subtract the lesser absolute value from the greater one. The example below shows you how to solve questions like that you considered earlier. Example: 8 plus negative 10. The addends have different signs. So find the difference of the absolute values. Negative 10 equals 10 and 8 equals 8. The difference of the absolute value is 10 negative 8, or 10 subtract 8 equals 2. Since 10 is greater than 8, the sum has the same sign as negative 10. Answer: 8 plus negative 10 equals negative 2. Okay, adding integers with different signs. Okay. Alright, Alright, so right here, this is a problem. 7 plus negative 4 equals, okay. So you take the 7 and the negative 4 and you find the absolute values. Okay, so the absolute value for 7 is 7. Absolute value for negative 4 equals 4. And then 7 minus 4 equals 3. And then you find, okay, listen, you find the highest number of the two, and it's going to be 7. Over 7's higher than 4. And then you see what symbol, sign the 7 has, and it has no sign. So it would be positive 3 right there. Okay. Say if you have, on a new problem, say if you have negative 9, and then you have plus 3, okay, equals, okay, so you find the absolute value for negative 9, and then 9 equals 9, and then 3 equals 3, right there, and then so you're gonna see, so you're gonna subtract them, and then 9 minus 3 equals 6. And then you're gonna find the highest number, and then you're gonna see what symbol it had originally. And so the 9 originally had a negative 9. So your answer would be negative 6, because the first symbol was 9, or negative. Then you would put it for negative 6, because negative 9 minus 3 equals negative 6. Right there. And that's how you add integers with different signs. Okay, adding integers with different signs. Got my notebook. Alright, I'm going to show a few examples. Alright, hold on, let's just find an open page. Okay. Found some. So, okay. Adding integers with different signs. Okay. Alright, so adding integers. Sorry guys, I'm outside recording this. Alright, adding integers with different signs. Okay, so say if you have negative 6, like that, negative 6, and plus 4. Alright. So you take the 6 and the 4, and then you find the greatest common factor for both of them. So negative 6 common factor would equal 6, and then 4 will equal 4. Okay, then you subtract them, and then that right there, it would be 2. And then that's how, then you go and you see 6 minus 2, 4 is a big number, and then so that shows that it'd be 2. Right there. Alright, let's go to, alright, let's try another one. Okay, say 5 plus negative 7. Right, so you take the 5 and make sure you find the greatest common factor, which is 5. And then you take the negative 7 and find it, and which is 7. And then you subtract them like that. And then 7 minus 5 is 2. And then that shows that that answer would be 2. Like that. Alright guys, that is how you do that. We'll catch you guys later.